everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic connectors. Now, this is part 13. Well, we have already discussed many types of connectors in our earlier sessions. In this session as well, we are going to discuss some more connectors. So, let's begin the session. Well, in our earlier sessions, we read cause denoting connectors, whereas in this session we are going to discuss result denoting connectors. Now, what are result denoting connectors? First, we'll discuss these. When we read cause denoting connectors, in that part the word which behaves like a connector enables the cause to happen, or you can say when something happens or when something makes something happen. So to introduce that particular word, we used a connector, and that was cause denoting connectors, because that particular connector used to say something about or used to introduce the cause. But in this session, we are going to discuss result denoting connectors. It means the connectors that will introduce that particular connector or that particular conjunction or the preposition that will show or introduce the result. So, we further will discuss in this session types of connectors denoting result. After that, we are going to discuss a result denoting connector, that is so, and after that, therefore. Now, these two are actually the examples of result denoting connectors. So, in this session, we are going to discuss these connectors as well. So, let's begin. First of all, let us introduce result denoting connectors. Result denoting connectors are words or phrases used to express the result or outcome of a certain action or situation. It means whatever the result will be, whatever the situation, whatever the outcome will be of the situation, the connector that will show or introduce that particular result part is actually the connector that is a result denoting connectors. In our earlier sessions, we read a connector that shows or emphasized the cause. But in this part, the main emphasis will be on the result. It means whatever the connector will be there, it will introduce the result clause. That is it. After that, they are often used to connect clauses in a sentence, showing how one clause is the result of the another. It means one is actually the event or the cause, and the other part is the result, and the result will be shown by that particular connector. For example, if I say, if you work hard, suppose I say, I forgot my umbrella, so I got wet. I forgot my umbrella, so I got wet. So in this sentence, we can see the particular sentence that I forgot my umbrella is the cause of what? That I got wet. So your word so is showing the result to us. So this so is actually the result denoting connectors, because the result of forgetting umbrella is actually getting wet. So getting wet is the result of what? Of the situation that I forgot the umbrella. So this has been denoted by the word so. So this is a result denoting connector. Now, types of connectors denoting result. We have so, therefore, hence, as a result, consequently, eventually. We can also have an adverb that is eventually. So these are actually the result denoting connectors. For example, the first one is so. Now let us discuss this so, meaning of so. So used as a result denoting conjunction is a way to express a cause and effect relationship between the two clauses. It means so just show the result. Whatever the situation is there, so shows the result of that particular event or the outcome of that particular situation. It is a coordinating conjunction. Now, this one is very important part. This is actually the coordinating conjunctions that we have already read in our conjunction chapter. If you have not read it yet, just go to the chapter of conjunction and revise it. That links an action or event, the cause, with its outcome. Now, with its effect or the outcome, that is the result. So here we are using the word so just to show that particular result or the outcome of that particular event or situation or cause. Uses of so indicating a consequence. Consequence means result or result. So links two clauses to show that the second clause is a consequence or result of the first. It means whatever the first clause is there, after that we write so, and after that the result. So this is the cause, and this is the effect, or you can say this is the result. You can also call it result, and this is the reason. So whatever the reason is there and whatever the result is there, so whatever the result that we derive, that is used or that is shown by the word so, and therefore the so is the connector that is introducing the result clause. For example, it was very cold, so I wore a thick jacket. So because there was cold, what I did, the result is that I wore a thick jacket. So this is the result or the outcome of the situation, that it was very cold. So is just showing or emphasizing the result part. Now if I add because to this particular sentence, what will happen? I can say I wore a thick jacket because it was very cold. So it was very cold is actually the cause, which can be shown by the word because is actually the connector, that is cause denoting connector, whereas the so is the result denoting connector. So I can rewrite that particular sentence using so. The meanings will be same, but the difference is that so will emphasize the result part, whereas because will emphasize the cause part. That is it. Now let us move to the next one. Justifying actions. It is often used to justify or explain why a particular action was taken. It means whatever the result we are getting, what was the reason for that, and whatever the reason for that, what will happen after that. So the result part will be shown. This is the justification of the situation. So this can be shown with the help of so. How? He was feeling unwell, so he decided to skip the meeting. So why did this happen? Just because of this. So this is the cause, and the result of which is that he decided to skip the meeting. So this is the result or the outcome of this situation, that he was feeling unwell. Now let us move to the next one. Explaining outcomes. So can be used to explain the outcome of the situation. The traffic was heavy, so we arrived late. So this one is the result, whereas this one is the reason, and we are using a connector, that is so. Now we can also use the word because, but that will emphasize or introduce the cause clause. It means we can also write this sentence like we arrived late because the traffic was heavy. So in that particular situation, the sequence of the sentence will be changed. Result will come first, and after that will arise reason with the word because. That is it. Now let us move to the next one. Inferential statements. It can infer a logical conclusion based on the information given. So whatever the information is given to us, the logical inferential statements can be derived from that. You can infer from the information given to you. You can just make out or figure out the answers. For example, she passed all her exams, so she must have studied hard. So this is actually the inferential statement, where you are just thinking that it must have happened. Now, structure of so. First of all, we'll have the cause clause. After that, we'll have so, and after that, we'll have the effect clause. What happened in cause denoting conjunctions? We had effect clause, and after that, we had cause denoting conjunction or connector. After that, we have the cause clause. So this was the situation when we did cause denoting conjunctions. For example, we did because of, that was cause denoting preposition. So there the structure will be just reversed in this case. The first part of the sentence presents the cause or the reason, so is then used as the conjunction. The second part of the sentence states the effect or the result. So first we'll have the cause, after that so, and after that result. Or you can say reason, then we'll have so, and then we'll have result. So you can learn it like this. R so R, that is reason, so result, or we can also have cause so then result, or cause so then effect, so like this. So C plus so plus E, that is cause, and after that effect. Now let us move further. Example, it has started to rain, so we went inside. So this is the result and this was the cause, or you can say this is the effect. Here it has started to rain is the cause, so links the cause to the effect. We went inside is the effect or result. Now let us move to the next one. Rules associated with so. Position in the sentence. So is typically placed between two clauses. So this is it. So is basically placed in the middle of the sentence actually. The first clause presents a situation or or action, and the second clause reveals the result or effect of that situation. Example, she forgot her umbrella, so she got wet in the rain. So this is the result, and this was the cause or the reason. Now, comma usage. When so is used to connect two independent clauses, it is often preceded by a comma. So this is just basic a punctuation mark. He was hungry, so he made a sandwich. So we are just putting a comma over here. We can also skip it. It is just like the punctuation mark. Examples of so. I forgot to set my alarm, so I woke up late. Now you can see a comma over here. Now what happens? Sometimes there are a few exams in which you will not be asked about the punctuation mark, that should be avoided. But in some exams, you will be asked to mark the punctuation marks, or to identify whether the punctuation marks are correct or not. So there you should keep this in mind, that if the word so is there, it is connecting two sentences together. What you have to do, you have to just put a comma after that particular clause which is just before the word so, or that is the reason or the cause clause. It was raining heavily, so we cancelled our outdoor plans. The room was cold, so I turned on the heater. They were giving away free samples, so I tried one. So this is the result or the effect of the free samples. The store didn't have the dress in her size, so she chose a different one. The movie got great reviews, so we decided to see it. So what made us to see it? It was just the reviews that it had got. He practiced guitar daily, so he improved quickly. So the effect of his practice, that he improved quickly. They didn't water the plants, so they wilted. The printer ran out of ink, so we could not print the report. Ran out means just the ink was finished, or there was no ink. There was a power outage, so we had dinner by candlelight. She accepted the overseas job offer, so she started learning a new language. They chose to hike the longer trail, so they packed extra supplies. It is longer trail. Longer trail means refers to journey, long journey. He has been in meetings all day, so she probably has not checked his email yet. Sorry, it is so he probably has not checked his email yet. All the tickets were sold out, so they watched the game at home. So this is how we can write the examples of so. Now here we are going to discuss one more connector or result denoting connector, that is therefore. Now therefore is again, it also behaves like the word so, but we cannot use therefore and so together. One more thing is there, if we are using the word if or because, we should not use so. Or if we are using the word if also, we should not use so after that, because that will be a superfluous. Now here we are going to discuss therefore. Meaning of therefore. Therefore is used as a result denoting conjunction to indicate a conclusion or logical result derived from a given set of facts. When therefore is used in a sentence, it typically follows a statement or a series of statements that provide evidence or reasoning and it introduces a conclusion or result that logically follows from this reasoning. Uses of therefore, it is just like so, but the word will be changed, that is therefore, that is it. Drawing conclusions. So when we are using the word therefore, it will help you to draw the conclusion, or you will write the conclusion part with the word therefore. Therefore is used to conclude or deduce a statement based on the information previously mentioned. For example, all the flights were cancelled due to fog. Therefore, many travelers were stranded at the airport. Stranded means stuck or got stuck. So, all the flights were cancelled due to fog. So, this was the cause, this was the reason. And what happened after that? Therefore, many travelers were stranded at the airport. Indicating cause and effect. It shows the effect or the outcome of the given situation or the set of circumstances. The company failed to meet its sales targets, therefore, they had to downsize. It means they had to reduce their number of employees or the staff. So the company failed to meet its sale targets. So this was the reason, this was the cause, and what had happened then? Therefore, so this was the actually conclusion that can be done, that they had to downsize. So this was the outcome, this was the effect of that particular failing of the sales targets. Let us move to the next one. Introducing logical results. Therefore is often used in academic and formal writing to introduce a logical result or outcome of an argument or observation. So, whenever we are going to show some academic or formal writing, introduce logical result, outcome, or argument, or the observation, we can use the word therefore. Example, the experiment proved the hypothesis incorrect. Therefore, we need to revise our theory. So, this is how we are using therefore, because this was the reason. This enabled us to do this. Justifying actions or decisions. It can be used to justify or explain why a certain decision was made or action was taken. For example, the road conditions were hazardous. Therefore, the event was postponed for safety reasons. So, this was the reason, and this is the result or the effect of it. So, whenever we used to connect reason with the result, we can use therefore. That is a cause, that is the result denoting connector. Now, let us move further. In mathematical or scientific reasoning, so many a times you must have seen mathematical equations or scientific reasoning. So you must have seen this word therefore many times over there. So therefore is actually used in this in those cases. One more thing is there. If you solve any mathematical problem, what you used to do, whenever you write any step, so you just mark these three words or these three dots like this. So this is actually the symbol of therefore. This is actually the symbol of therefore, which we use in mathematical equations or the steps or to make the steps. Therefore is frequently used in mathematics, science, and technical fields to indicate the result of a calculation or logical reasoning process. So we do not write the word therefore. We avoid it. We just make these three dots. This is actually the symbol of therefore in case of mathematics or the scientific equations. Though we can write therefore as well. That is fine. Example, two angles of a triangle are equal. Therefore, the triangle is isosceles. Now, you must have seen an isosceles triangle, that in that triangle, two sides are equal and one side is different in size. So, those two sides, that particular triangle is known as isosceles. So, we can use therefore. So, this is actually the mathematical expression you can see over here. Structure of therefore. The general structure can be outlined as follows. First of all, we'll have premise or reason, that is cause, or you can say the reason is given. After that, we have therefore, and after that, we have conclusion or the result. For example, the sentence begins with a statement or a set of statements providing reason. Therefore is then used to transition to the conclusion result. The part following therefore states the conclusion or result that logically follows from the premise. Example, the ground is wet, therefore it must have rained. Here the ground is wet is the premise or you can say the starting part of the reason showing part. After that, we have therefore introduces the conclusion, and after that, it must have rained is the conclusion inferred from the premise. So we are just inferring from this part. We are not saying it actually, but we are just inferring that part from it. Now let us move further. Rules associated with therefore. Position in the sentence. Therefore is typically used between two clauses or sentences. The first part presents a reason or set of reasons, and therefore is used to introduce the conclusion or result. For example, the company has been consistently profitable, therefore, it can afford to invest in new projects. So, this is how we can write the word therefore. So, company has been consistently profitable. So, this is the reason or the cause which enabled it can afford to invest new projects. So, this is actually the thing that can be done just because of this reason. So we can use therefore in this case. Now we can also use many other conjunctions, but there the effect, the structure of the sentence will be changed, because if we use any cause denoting conjunctions or cause denoting prepositions or cause denoting connectors, what we do, we just reverse the structure of this particular sentence. Now let us move to the next one. Comma usage. In formal writing, therefore, is often preceded and followed by a comma when used within a sentence. For example, the weather forecast predicts rain, comma. Therefore, after that, we again have a comma. The outdoor event might be cancelled. So, this is how we can use comma with the word therefore. Now, one more thing is there. You will not be asked the comma errors, but if in case in some exams, it may be asked, so you must be prepared for this as well. Now let us move to the next one. If you are preparing for SSC, then it is fine. You need not write comma over there, or you need not find the errors with the help of comma and all. Logical sequence. Ensure that the conclusion introduced by therefore logically follows the preceding statements. For example, therefore should be used to denote a clear cause and effect relationship. Now, whatever sentence you are writing, you must be aware of that what is the reason and what is the result of that. So, so that you can place the word therefore in that particular sentence carefully. It should not be mismatched. Now, let us move to the next one. The jury found the evidence insufficient. Therefore, the defendant was acquitted. So, this is the first sentence. This is the cause or the reason for what the defendant was acquitted. So, this is the result that you can see over here. Now, let us move to the next one. Beginning a sentence. Therefore, can used at the beginning of a sentence, especially when summarizing a conclusion from previously stated information. Therefore, we can conclude that the project was a success. So we can also begin the sentence with the word therefore. But it should be kept in mind that there must be something before as well, or there must be something already stated. Now be cautious not to use therefore in a way that is redundant with other result indicating words or phrases. It means we cannot use therefore and because together. We cannot use any other conjunction with the word therefore. For example, he was the fastest runner and therefore he won the race as a result. Now, here, as a result is not required, because therefore itself says that it is the conclusion of the result. He was the fastest runner, therefore he won the race. So, we need not write the word as a result over there. We need not write because over there. For example, if I say, or the if over there, if she comes, therefore I will inform you. Now this sentence will be incorrect. We can say, if she comes, I will inform you. That is it. We cannot use therefore again with that particular word. Now let us move to the next one. Now let us have some examples of therefore. All the flights were grounded due to bad weather. Therefore, many passengers were stranded. She passed all her exams with high marks. Therefore, she was awarded a scholarship. The company failed to innovate, therefore, it lost its competitive edge. There was a significant decrease in sales, therefore, the company decided to rebrand. The evidence clearly pointed to a single suspect, therefore, the investigation focused on the individual. The research data contradicted the initial hypothesis, therefore, the scientists revised their theory. The road conditions were hazardous due to snow, therefore, the school was closed for the day. He had not met the project deadlines, therefore, he was given additional support. The two angles of this triangle are equal, therefore, the triangle is isosceles. This chemical reacts with oxygen, therefore, it must be stored in an inert atmosphere. Now, you can see the scientific statement also that can be shown, the result of which can be shown with the word therefore. So, therefore, is actually introducing the result clause. Now, I hope this much is clear to you. You must have now learned the use of therefore and so, along with the definition of result denoting connectors. So whenever we have result denoting connectors, we are going to emphasize the result using that particular connector, but if it is a cause denoting connector, that will be reversed. I hope this is clear to you. Thanks to you.